So we all know you can have the best makeup in the world, the most high quality, highly pigmented eyeshadows, and if you have a terrible eye brush set, it's not going to go well for you. You're going to be frustrated, and even if you achieve a great look, it's going to take too much time. So I am always on the hunt for really inexpensive eye brush sets because I know there's high quality brushes out there, but I prefer to spend my money on product and not brushes. So I am an Ipsy subscriber, and when I saw one of their offers for a Coastal Scent 17 brush set for $15, of course I was all over that. So I'm going to give my review for it today. So first, it comes in amazing packaging, just like all the brush sets do. It has a magnetic closure. You open it, and voila, there is your set. So let's take a minute and break down each of the brushes. All right, guys, so there are 17 brushes in here, and I'm going to go one by one. The first brush here is just a very large shader brush to give you an idea of how large. That's my hand there. It is a very large shader brush. I don't use it too much because I prefer smaller, but if I was doing a one shadow look, I would use it. The other one is a ginormous, almost as big as my finger, pencil brush. This one I found to be very useful when highlighting. That's how I've used this one, to get the above the cheek highlight and down the nose highlight, and it looks really good. This one is great if you want a really dramatic lower lash line. It's a flat top brush, and it creates a lot of depth there. This one is my new favorite brush for my transition. It's angled, as you can tell, and it just does a fabulous job with the transition. It has, however, deformed just a little bit in use, so beware of that. But for the price, you can't beat it. So we have a regular medium-sized pencil brush, no surprise there. That's got to be in everything. This one, which is a smaller concealer type brush, I love to use for color corrector under my eyes because I like something that's a little bit smaller. I like to be really specific where I place that, so that one's great for that. This is an amazing brush to pack on shadow to the lid. It's similar to one of the ones in their 22-piece brush set, and I love it. All right, so this one is just a medium-sized shader brush. It is shedding just a little bit. They're not the most super quality brushes as far as they're not going to be as, well done as, say, a MAC brush, but it does the job for you. And if you're one of the people that replaces the set often, that one will be a great one. So here is a large eyeliner brush. Now, I don't know if everyone's going to use it as an eyeliner brush because it is rather thick for that use. I like to use it over the eyeliner if I'm setting a liquid liner with some powder product, like a black eyeshadow, for instance. This one's a more precise version of that large lower lash line brush that I like to use. We have a slightly smaller pencil brush next, which is always good to have different sizes. We have a really precise brush here that would work for really precise work such as inner corners, stuff like that. It's going to do a great job with that. We have a liner brush that I like to use for my winged liner. It gets that precise line really easily. We have a smaller liner brush that I use for liner on my lower lash line if I'm going to go for it. We have another inner corner brush that works exceedingly well. And we have a brow bone highlight brush. At least that's what I use this for. It's a very small version of the packed eyeshadow brush, but it is great for detailing. And of course, we have the bent eyeliner brush that is angled precisely to get eyeliner on the lash line if you're not going for a wing look and you want something more precise. So those are the 17 brushes you get in the set. Ultimately, I did find that these brushes were a great deal. Of course, they're, like I mentioned before, not going to be the highest quality. They're not going to be, the quality of a MAC brush or an expensive brush from, say, Bobbi Brown or Kevyn Aucoin or one of those people. but they are great and they do the job very well. And if you don't have a zillion dollars and you want to be on the budget, I highly recommend this set. It is an excellent set. And it's also very, very travel friendly as it wraps up really easily. I'm going to show you again how small it wraps up to you. It's pretty big as far as the area, but look how thin. So for that reason, I think it's an excellent brush set and I would recommend you get it. Until next time, beauty girls, bye.